Hey everyone, and welcome. So, today we're tackling a question that I know is on every business owner's mind. In this giant, super noisy digital world, how do you actually stand out? How do you build real trust? Because let's be real, a solid digital foundation, it's not a nice to have anymore. Nope, it's totally non negotiable. All right, let's get right into it. To really get a sense of the scale here, let's start with a massive number 6 billion. Just let that sink in. That's how many people are expected to be online globally by 2025. We're talking about almost 3/4 of the entire planet. This right here is the new marketplace. This is the arena you're competing in. And what does that arena look like? Well, to put it lightly, it's packed. There are over 1.38 billion websites out there right now. That is a crazy amount of competition, a huge ocean of digital noise that every single business, including yours, has to figure out how to navigate. Okay, but let's bring it closer to home. Here in Bangladesh, we're looking at nearly 130 million internet subscribers. So you see, this isn't some far-off global trend. It's a huge, very real opportunity waiting right outside your door. Your very next customer, your next business partner, they are almost certainly in that number. And that brings us to our first section. Welcome to the digital arena. Because the reality today is that someone's first impression of your business is going to happen online. Long before they ever pick up a phone or walk through a door, they're going to meet you on the web. That online intro, it's the new handshake. So this all leads to the big question, right? The one every business owner is wrestling with. With all that noise and all that competition we just talked about, how in the world do you build trust? And maybe even more important, how do you get found in the first place? That's the challenge we're going to break down today. And the answer really starts with understanding one simple but powerful idea: the difference between rented digital space and owned digital space. Think about it like real estate. Not every spot online is created equal, and for your brand's future, you absolutely need a place you can call your own. Okay, this slide breaks it down perfectly. On one side, you've got rented spaces. Think social media. Now, don't get me wrong, they're great for getting the word out, but you're basically living in someone else's house. You're at the mercy of their algorithms, their rule changes. Your visibility could literally disappear overnight. But on the other side, that's your owned hub. That's your website. It's the one place on the entire internet where you make the rules. You control the story, your brand stays consistent, and you're building a real permanent asset for your business. And this leads us right to the solution, what we're calling your website, your fortress. See, if social media accounts are like temporary camps out in the wild, your website is the home base. It's the digital fortress that anchors your entire business strategy, a place where you build real, lasting credibility that fuels growth. So, why is it a fortress? Well, it's built on these 5 key pillars. First, it strengthens trust. A good website just signals that you're a serious, professional operation. Second, it improves discoverability. This is how people who are actively looking for what you offer can actually find you. Third, it directly supports growth. We're talking real leads, real inquiries, real sales. Fourth, it creates efficiency. Your website can be your best employee, answering questions around the clock. And finally, it enables measurement. You stop guessing and start using actual data to make smarter marketing moves. And when we talk about growth, we're not talking small numbers. By 2025, global e-commerce is expected to hit over $6 trillion. Now, even if you don't sell products directly online, your website is the engine that generates the leads to tap into this gigantic digital economy. This is where the action is. Okay, so we've established that having a website is critical. But here's the thing. Just having a website isn't enough. Not all sites are created equal. In this section, let's talk about what it actually takes to build one for real business success. A truly professional website isn't just whipped up overnight. It's a process. It all starts with discovery, really getting clear on your goals, who you're talking to, and who you're up against. Then you move into design, which is all about making sure it's super easy to use and it feels like your brand. After that comes the heavy lifting, development. This is where you build in speed, make sure it works perfectly on mobile phones, and lock down security. Next is integration, connecting it to the tools you use every day, like WhatsApp. And maybe the most important part, it's not over at launch. Ongoing maintenance is what keeps your fortress secure and performing at its best. This brings us to a really important final point. A website can't just be an island. To really work, it has to be part of a bigger plan for growth. And that's where finding the right partner changes everything. You don't want someone who just builds a thing and disappears. You want a strategic guide for the long haul. So what does a partner like that look like? Well, let's take a look at a firm like Trade and Investment Bangladesh, or TINB. They position themselves as exactly that. Not just web developers, but true strategic partners who get the whole business picture, not just the technical stuff. And you can see it in how they work. Yeah, they do IT services, which includes building websites, but look at how it connects to everything else. Business consultancy, digital marketing, and other specialized services. It's a whole ecosystem for growth, and the website is a crucial piece of that much bigger puzzle. And hey, you don't have to take my word for it. Just listen to their clients. The CEO of CanBiz Inc. Canada said their strategic insight, market understanding, and hands-on support were key. That right there highlights the difference between just a vendor and a real strategic partner. And here's another one, this time from Raybar Landscaping in Canada. Their responsive approach, clear communication, and understanding of cross-border business dynamics added real value. You hear that same theme, right? It's about so much more than just the website. It's about trust, reliability, and true partnership. So if we boil this all down to one key takeaway, this quote nails it. A professionally developed website is one of the most practical investments you can make, especially when it is built around your business objectives rather than only visuals. It has to be about strategy first, not just about looking pretty. And that leaves us with one final question, something for you to really think about for your own business. When you take a hard look at your brand's presence online, is your digital foundation truly built to last?